Our Sneaker Fam Senior here, back with another video. Happy Sunday to you guys. Hope you're having an amazing weekend. It has been a great weekend here in Northwest Ohio. Been a little rainy, but the temperatures are starting to get warmer, which means we get to bust out more of our shoes. Like you guys saw yesterday, busted out and undies the SB Dunks. And I've promised you guys I'm trying to wear more and more of my shoes, and now that the weather's getting better, I'm super excited to wear mine. But before we get into the topic of today, which is going to be some of the previous releases by Nike, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, hit that bell so you can get a notification every time I do drop a new video. Give this video a thumbs up, help push this video out to more and more people, and help the sneaker family grow. We've been growing a lot lately. We grew quite a bit even while I was off last week, up to a very unfortunate number, 666 subscribers. So let's get it to 667 really quick and get it off that weird, crazy number. But also comment down below. Like I said, we're going to talk about some of the past releases and some of the things that Nike's looks like they're planning on doing more in the future, and I don't really like it. So let's get into this. So yesterday you guys saw me go to the mall, pick these up. This is a great shoe. You know, my channel is not a hype beast channel. I buy what I like. I buy what I'm going to wear, or at least hope to wear. But anyways, I'm kind of surprised that the hype for this really isn't higher. I know that the one highs, Obsidian one highs, dropped during like the peak craziness and overall insanity that was Jordan 1 high hype. But so kind of surrounding that, people like myself who don't have the highs, and this fits more my aesthetic and my style right now than highs do. Again, not saying that I'm not going to wear these, because I'm definitely going to. But the ones kind of fit my aesthetic a little bit more. And, you know, I don't have the high, so I didn't feel like I needed to have these, but they were super available. And again, I hope that you guys can find them in store. I know that it seems like it shows online that a lot of these shoes, like this shoe, is sold out at a lot of places. Check your local stores, man. Check your local Hibbets. Don't just rely on the apps, but go into the Hibbets, your DTLRs, Snipes, Foot Locker's, Champs, JD Sports, Finish Lines. Go in store, see if you can find these, maybe even at a DSG. Also, wait for restocks. I will almost guarantee you that these did not sell out on Nike. Nike tries to build hype, so I would imagine that they claim that these sold out. I didn't look at the sneakers app today, but I will tell you that they probably say these sold out and there's going to be restocks. So be patient, but I would imagine that resale isn't going to be over retail, probably below retail. So by the time you pay taxes and fees, you're probably paying retail for them. So don't lose hope, but go in store, see what you can find. Maybe be patient. Kind of sounds like they may go on sale, may hit outlets. Who knows? I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but it doesn't seem like there was a lot of excitement around this shoe. But they got pushed back last week, the day before release day, which is really weird, because usually whenever Nike has quality control issues, they know that ahead of time and they push it back beforehand. So I'm not quite sure what happened, why it got pushed back. Was it in an attempt to try and build more hype? Oh, hey, like, you know, the stick with the carrot, here, you're about to get the shoe. Oh, nope, you got to be quicker than that, and we're going to push it back. I don't know. So but hopefully anybody that wanted a pair could get a pair. You know, hype around most sneakers kind of really isn't there. I just looked, Amamanier has the 3 sitting almost in a full size run. So, you know, the problem with Amamanier is that you're paying all of that extra shipping. It takes forever for them to ship to you. So I don't really feel like I need the 3. Kind of discussed that yesterday a little bit. So that's this release. Before that release was this pair right here, which, as you guys see, I was lucky enough to grab my pair from Union. Now, that being said, the Nike release for this shoe was completely stupid. Just going to be blunt about it. This release was stupid. I hated it. I did not get EA. And that is one of the things that really, really irritates me the most when it comes to Nike and their EA. I know what they're trying to do. Kind of like this, I feel like they tried to build up a little bit of hype for a shoe that really didn't have much talk about it. Um, they try and build the hype, the FOMO, which I don't really understand. We've talked about this before. If Nike really wants to kill resale, just produce 10 million of these and they'll sell out. But will people be excited for the next pair is the question. So, it's kind of leaving people wanting more, right? People that didn't get them, people that didn't hit on Union, so then they know that they have to rely on SNKRS app, which usually people get excited for because it's a draw, everybody has a chance. But this time, Nike went with exclusive access. But on top of the exclusive access, it was a 2-hour draw, which I don't get. And they're doing that again later, and we're going to talk about that. And I don't understand why they're doing it on that shoe, but we'll get to that when we get to it. Luckily my dude Alex hit, so shout out to you, Alex. I'm happy for you, brother, that you were able to grab these. But to me, that's just crazy. You give people exclusive access, and then you're like, oh, wait, but it's still a 2-hour draw because we gave more people access to the shoe than we actually have pairs, which I absolutely hate. That happened to me when it came to the Kobe's. I want to say it was the Grinches. They released them on a Sunday morning, and they give out a bunch of EA to way more people than there are shoes. So, and then on top of that, you had to wait 2 hours, an extra 2 hours for this. To me, is just insane. And but I feel like this is a direction Nike is going to try and go to. Because if you look on the SNKRS app now, I meant to screenshot it for this, but they have the Bodhi Astro Grabber that they're doing for 2 hour. They're doing the same thing. It looks like they're doing EA and then a 2-hour draw, which I don't know, man. I don't get it. I'm not quite sure why Nike's doing it for this shoe. I know that there is some hype to certain people for the Bodhi collabs. I don't even know who Bodhi is. I don't even care about the Astro Grabber shoe. So they can go ahead and give whoever EA to that shoe they want because I'm going to be passing anyways. No hate on you if that's a shoe that you want and that's a designer that you really, really care about. But for me, it's going to be a pass. I've been passing on a lot, actually. I was kind of looking at the shoes that I've gotten this year and really, really taking my sneaker budget seriously and really, really wanting to round out some of my collection this year. So I'm definitely going to be sitting out a lot of these releases. Sat out the brick by bricks because again, my channel is not built around hype. I don't go for all of the hype shoes. Obviously, I go for the hype shoes that I like the Unions. I love this shoe, man. I had the Lost and Founds. I needed to have the Lost and Founds. I had the Shadow 2.0s. I'm excited and contemplating whether or not I want to go for the release of the Shadows this year because I have the 2.0s. But having an all other Jordan, it's kind of our Jordan 1 and the Shadow, great Raiders colorway. So that's going to be a difficult choice. But anyways, pass on the brick by brick, pass on the Navy SB4s, which both you would think that from a person who loves their Jordan 4s as much as I do, that is my top silhouette. I don't really feel like I need to have those, man. The brick by brick isn't really in my color palette. The Navy SB4s, I don't have the pine greens, so then if I get the navies, do I feel like I need to go back and get the pine greens? And that's a shoe, I left in last year. We still don't have the SNKRS release of the SB4s yet, so we'll talk about that when it goes on the SNKRS app, and it may be on there right now. I don't know. I haven't checked SNKRS today, so But that being said, man, I just wanted to talk about some of these releases. What are your guys' thoughts? What are your thoughts on this EA on top of a 2-hour draw, man? I think that it's crazy. I really think that it's stupid. But that's just my personal opinion. I'd like to hear from you guys. Comment down below. How do you feel like some of the past releases, and like I feel like the last half of March has kind of been a little weird, right? We had a lot of the releases really started out hot. Started out great. A lot of hype. Flu games were crazy. You know, the Black Toe Reimagined kind of was like meh. So kind of started up high, got to the unions, stayed a little high, and then it kind of like plummeted, if you ask me. But let me know in the comment section below. Hope you guys are getting ready to have another great week. Hope you had an amazing weekend, and I will catch you guys on Tuesday. And remember, guys, like I always say, your sneakers are made to be worn, so wear them. Senior out.